The calm before the storm. The Golden State Warriors entered the 2025 season with an unusual silence surrounding their roster moves. While other franchises reshaped themselves through blockbuster trades, splashy free agent signings, or bold draft gambles, the Warriors stood still. Their front office, often known for creativity and calculated risk, chose stability over noise. For most teams, such inaction would be interpreted as a lack of ambition. For Stephen Curry, however, it became another chance to reaffirm the unique identity that has defined both his career and the Warriors' dynasty. Curry's confidence in the team is not rooted in delusion or blind loyalty. Instead, it stems from over a decade of experience transforming doubt into dominance. He remembers vividly the early years of his career, when analysts labeled him injury-prone, dismissed his slight frame, and doubted whether a jump-shooting point guard could ever lead a franchise to a championship. He shattered those narratives not by complaining about the lack of respect, but by working relentlessly, sharpening his game, and lifting the players around him. That resilience remains the foundation of his optimism today. In the summer of 2025, Curry made clear that the Warriors did not need to chase every available star or overhaul their roster in panic. What they had, he argued, was continuity. While other teams will spend months figuring out spacing, chemistry, and hierarchy, Golden State already knows its roles. Draymond Green remains the emotional anchor, Klay Thompson is still a lethal perimeter threat, and the younger core has developed another year of experience under the team's system. Continuity in the NBA is an underrated weapon, and Curry has mastered the art of extracting confidence from familiarity. This confidence is also tied to his belief in identity. The Warriors' style of play is not dependent on brute force or individual isolation talent. It is built on movement, spacing, unselfish passing, and relentless three-point shooting. As long as Curry is on the floor, that system thrives. His gravity, drawing defenders far beyond the arc, creates opportunities that no other player in history has consistently produced. Teams can prepare all offseason, but nothing replicates the chaos he causes once the ball is tipped. Curry understands this better than anyone, which is why he refuses to let a quiet offseason dictate his outlook. Yet confidence is not the same as complacency. Curry knows the Western Conference is unforgiving. Young stars are rising, super teams are forming, and health is always fragile. But to him, belief is a form of preparation. By projecting calm and assurance, he communicates to his teammates that panic is unnecessary. His leadership is not about fiery speeches or dramatic declarations. It's about setting a tone of professionalism, persistence, and quiet conviction. For Warriors fans, the lack of flashy roster moves may have sparked frustration. But for Curry, the storm does not intimidate. He has faced storms before, from devastating injuries to the loss of the 2016 finals after a 73-win season. Each time, he has responded not with despair, but with renewed determination. That history fuels his perspective. A roster without major changes is not a weakness, but a reminder that belief in one another can be the strongest addition of all. This first chapter of the new season's narrative, Curry embodies the calm before the storm. He knows the NBA spotlight will soon return to him, and when it does, he will once again show why confidence, grounded in work, history, and identity, remains his most powerful weapon. Leadership in the NBA often takes on dramatic forms. Some stars rely on intimidation, demanding perfection with raised voices and piercing stares. Others use their status to command respect, assuming that sheer talent will inspire teammates to follow. Stephen Curry's approach, however, has always been different. His leadership is quiet but persistent, more about trust than dominance, more about reassurance than control. In a league of giants and egos, Curry stands out as the rare superstar who leads by radiating confidence that others can absorb. When the Warriors chose stability over roster upheaval during the 2025 offseason, some interpreted the silence as stagnation. But Curry immediately reframed the narrative. In practice, in interviews, and behind closed doors, he reminded teammates of what they had already built. Rather than lamenting what the team lacked, he emphasized what made them dangerous: chemistry, experience, and a style of play that had already conquered the league multiple times. By shifting the focus from absence to presence, he turned potential doubt into renewed belief. Curry's confidence is contagious because it is not artificial. He has never been a player who needs to manufacture bravado or exaggerate his abilities. His track record speaks for itself: 4 championships, 2 MVP awards, and countless records broken. Teammates know that when Curry tells them they have enough to win, it is grounded in evidence, not empty slogans. His optimism carries weight precisely because it has been tested under fire. For younger players on the roster, this steady confidence is invaluable. Young talent often wavers when faced with the NBA's relentless spotlight. A few missed shots, a tough defensive assignment, or the criticism of national media can rattle a developing player's mindset. Curry knows this better than anyone. He lived through years of doubt before becoming a superstar. That history allows him to mentor teammates with empathy. He reassures them that one bad night does not define a season, just as early skepticism never defined his career. Leadership in Curry's eyes is also about humility. Despite his legendary status, he does not demand special treatment. He runs drills with the same intensity as rookies, encourages teammates when they shine, and celebrates small victories in practice. This humility breaks down barriers that often exist between superstars and role players. By treating everyone as essential, Curry ensures that confidence spreads throughout the roster, not just among the stars. One of his most underrated qualities is patience. In an era where instant results are demanded, Curry is willing to trust the process. He understands that continuity means growing pains, that younger players need time to adjust, and that chemistry is built through repetition. His confidence gives the team breathing room, a reminder that setbacks are temporary and progress is inevitable if they remain committed. During games, this leadership manifests in subtle gestures: a quick nod after a teammate misses a shot, a clap of encouragement. After a defensive mistake, a smile that says, "We'll get it back." These small actions matter. They communicate belief without words, and in a high-pressure environment, belief can be the difference between hesitation and decisiveness. By the time the season begins, Curry's confidence has already reshaped the team's mindset. Instead of entering the campaign with questions about what they lack, the Warriors carry themselves with quiet assurance. They know the Western Conference will be brutal, but they also know that their leader believes they can withstand the test. Confidence in Curry's hands becomes not just a personal trait, but a team-wide language, a language that says, "We've done it before, and we can do it again." Stephen Curry has lived with doubt for as long as he can remember. In high school, recruiters dismissed him as too small and too fragile for elite basketball. In college, critics questioned whether his electrifying scoring at Davidson could translate against stronger, faster competition. Even after entering the NBA, analysts wondered if his ankles would hold, if his unorthodox shooting style would survive the intensity of professional defense. Doubt has been the shadow following him since the beginning, but instead of crushing him, it has become his greatest source of fuel. The 2025 offseason presented a familiar chorus of skepticism. With no major acquisitions, the Golden State Warriors were labeled as stagnant, perhaps even fading from relevance in a league increasingly dominated by younger stars. Once again, Curry heard the narrative. The dynasty is over. The roster isn't. Good enough. The window has closed. For many athletes, such voices would gnaw at confidence. For Curry, they became reminders of every time he had proven the world wrong before. Curry's ability to transform criticism into motivation is rooted in perspective. He does not deny the validity of challenges. Yes, the team lacks fresh reinforcements, Yes, the Western Conference is brutal. Yes, his body has more mileage than before. But rather than view these truths as limitations, he frames them as opportunities. If the Warriors succeed, it will not be because the world expected it, but because they defied expectations once again. That defiance energizes him. One of Curry's most famous traits is joy. He plays with a smile, celebrating makes and misses alike, infusing games with a sense of freedom. Critics sometimes misinterpret this joy as casualness, but it is actually his armor against pressure. Joy allows him to confront challenges without fear. Where others tighten under doubt, he loosens. Where others crumble under criticism, he dances. That resilience frustrates opponents and empowers teammates, reinforcing his unshakable confidence. The lessons of past adversity also sharpen his outlook. He remembers the sting of the 2016 Finals collapse, when Golden State squandered a 3-1 lead. He remembers injuries that sidelined him for long stretches, forcing the team to endure without him. Yet each setback became a stepping stone. The 2022 championship proved their dynasty was not finished. His career high-scoring seasons in his mid-30s showed age was no barrier. These memories shape his confidence today. Doubt is not a threat. It is the familiar background music of his career. Curry also knows how to redirect criticism outward, turning it into unity. When media voices doubt the Warriors, he frames it to his teammates as a challenge they share together. "They don't believe in us" becomes a rallying cry, binding veterans and young players under a common purpose. His confidence is not isolated bravado, but a shield he extends to those around him. If he refuses to be shaken, they too find strength. By transforming doubt into fuel, Curry ensures that the Warriors never enter a season defeated before it begins. He thrives in the role of underdog, even after years of being a champion. It keeps him hungry, sharp, and relentless. Every skeptical headline, every critical prediction, becomes another log on the fire of his motivation. In the end, Curry's confidence does not ignore doubt. It feeds on it. The more the world questions him, the more certain he becomes of his path. This cycle has defined his journey from overlooked prospect to global icon, and in 2025, it once again powers him forward. Doubt is inevitable. Defeat is not. Franchises across sports rise and fall not only on talent, but on culture. Superstars come and go, coaches shift strategies, but the collective spirit of a team often determines whether success is fleeting or sustained. For the Golden State Warriors, culture has been their backbone. At the heart of that culture stands Stephen Curry, whose confidence acts like the glue holding together more than a decade of highs and lows. The Warriors' identity is unlike that of most dynasties. They are not built on physical domination, nor are they defined by a single overwhelming personality. Instead, they thrive on joy, movement, and trust, values embodied most clearly by Curry himself. His confidence in playing an unselfish style, where the ball zips around and anyone can become the hero on a given night, sets the tone for the entire franchise. Players new to the team quickly learn. When you share the ball, play with energy, and believe in your teammates, you belong. Curry's confidence is central to sustaining this culture because it assures everyone that success does not depend on fear or hierarchy. Unlike some superstars who intimidate teammates into performance, Curry lifts them. He does not need to remind anyone that he is the greatest shooter in history. His example speaks louder than any declaration. By embracing mistakes, encouraging risks, and celebrating small victories, he builds a culture where players feel empowered rather than restricted. That empowerment often brings out the best in overlooked or role-playing teammates. This confidence-based culture has endured even as rosters shifted. Stars like Kevin Durant came and left, younger talents rotated in and out, and coaching staff evolved. Yet the Warriors' essence remained intact because Curry's presence kept the values steady. He embodies the message. No matter who joins or departs, Golden State basketball will remain about pace, spacing, shooting, and unity. For veterans, this continuity creates stability. For younger players, it provides clarity about what is expected. Curry's confidence also neutralizes the fear of transition. Other franchises sometimes collapse when aging cores reach the twilight of their careers. Panic leads to desperate trades or identity crises. But with Curry leading, the Warriors resist such instability. His steady belief reassures the organization that change is not disaster, but evolution. Even as Thompson and Green approach the later chapters of their careers, the culture ensures that younger players inherit a system rooted in trust rather than uncertainty. The joyfulness Curry radiates plays a critical role here as well. Confidence without joy can slip into arrogance, but confidence with joy becomes magnetic. Teammates and coaches want to be part of something that feels fulfilling, not burdensome. Opponents may resent losing to him, but even they acknowledge the authenticity of his love for the game. That authenticity strengthens the Warriors' cultural identity, which has often been described as both relentless and joyful, a rare pairing in competitive sports. In 2025, with no splashy off-season moves to celebrate, the Warriors leaned even more heavily on culture. While other teams sold hope through new rosters, Golden State sold assurance through continuity of spirit, and that assurance traces directly back to Curry. His confidence is not just a personal trait. It is the foundation upon which the Warriors' culture is built and rebuilt, season after season. As long as Stephen Curry wears the uniform, Golden State's culture will never be in doubt. Confidence is not merely his way of coping with challenges, it is the identity of the Warriors themselves. Stephen Curry's confidence is not a product of empty belief or blind faith. It is grounded in preparation, the kind of tireless work that rarely makes headlines but fuels his ability to defy age, injuries, and doubt. For Curry, confidence is earned long before tip-off, in the countless hours spent refining both body and mind. At 37, Curry understands that talent alone is not enough to compete with the next generation of NBA stars. His shooting stroke may look effortless on game night, but it is the result of grueling repetition. Each summer, he commits to thousands of practice shots, not only to maintain muscle memory, but to sharpen it against fatigue. He practices from impossible angles, simulates game speed, and pushes beyond his comfort zone. By the time the season arrives, every shot feels like one he has already made hundreds of times. That preparation breeds unshakable confidence. When the lights are brightest, he knows he is ready because he has already done the work. Physical conditioning has also become central to his preparation. Early in his career, ankle injuries threatened to derail his future. Those setbacks forced him to reimagine how he trained. Over the years, he has built a personalized routine of strength work, balance exercises, and flexibility drills designed specifically to preserve his body. At an age when many guards fade, Curry remains explosive, not because time has been kind, but because he has waged war against its effects with relentless care. His confidence in his longevity stems directly from this discipline. Yet preparation for Curry goes beyond the physical. Mental resilience is just as critical. He invests in mindfulness practices, visualization techniques, and recovery routines that allow him to reset quickly after failure. Missed shots, tough losses, or harsh criticism no longer linger in his mind because he has trained himself to let go. This mental preparation allows him to enter every game with clarity, unburdened by the past, focused solely on the present. For a shooter, that clarity is everything. Hesitation is the enemy, and confidence the cure. Preparation also shapes the way he leads. Teammates notice that he arrives early, leaves late, and treats practice with the same seriousness as playoff games. This consistency sends a message. Confidence is not a mood but a habit. By modeling discipline, he gives teammates a blueprint to follow. His belief in the team is not just motivational talk. It is backed by the example of his own work ethic. When a superstar invests that much, others feel compelled to match the standard. Another key element of his preparation is adaptability. Curry knows that the game evolves. Defenses change schemes, younger stars rise with new skill sets, and his own body requires adjustments. Each offseason, he adds wrinkles to his game. Improved finishing around the rim, quicker decision-making in pick-and-rolls, or expanded range that stretches defenses even further. These adaptations ensure that he remains unpredictable, and unpredictability fuels confidence. He enters every season knowing that he has tools opponents cannot fully prepare for. Ultimately, Curry's confidence endures because it is anchored in preparation. He does not rely on luck, nor does he assume his past greatness guarantees future success. Instead, he approaches each season as if he still has something to prove, channeling doubt into fuel and preparation into belief. This relentless process transforms the unknown into the expected, turning pressure into opportunity. When Curry steps onto the court, his smile is not just joy, it is the visible proof of hidden preparation. And that preparation, more than anything else, is why his confidence never wavers. The Western Conference has always been unforgiving. Every season, new contenders rise, old rivals reload, and the path to the finals becomes a gauntlet of talent, endurance, and strategy. For the Golden State Warriors in 2025, the challenge feels sharper than ever. Luka Doncic leads a new generation. Of stars, Anthony Edwards surges as a face of the league, Nikola Jokic continues his dominance, and established forces like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, and Kevin Durant remain dangerous. Amid this crowded battlefield, Stephen Curry's confidence stands as Golden State's greatest weapon. Curry knows that the Warriors no longer enter seasons as overwhelming favorites. Their dynasty years, when opponents approached games with dread, have passed. But confidence allows him to face the Western Conference not as an underdog resigned to survival, but as a competitor determined to contend. His belief is rooted not in nostalgia, but in reality. No matter how much the landscape shifts, his unique influence remains unsolved. Against younger superstars, confidence is both armor and strategy. Curry understands that experience can neutralize raw athleticism. He has seen playoff series swing not because of talent alone, but because of composure, execution, and trust under pressure. While rising stars bring energy, Curry brings wisdom, sharpened by more than a decade of deep playoff runs. His confidence communicates to teammates that they can withstand storms of youthful brilliance because they have weathered storms before. Another advantage of confidence is its ability to erode opponents psychologically. Teams know that no lead is safe against Curry. His quick flurries of threes can erase deficits in minutes, flipping games and silencing crowds. Opponents enter matchups with the knowledge that Curry's explosions are inevitable, and that knowledge plants seeds of doubt. In a conference where margins are razor thin, that psychological edge matters. For the Warriors' younger players, the Western Conference can feel intimidating. Facing MVP candidates and stacked rosters night after night is daunting. Curry's presence transforms that fear into opportunity. By leading with assurance, he reframes the narrative. Instead of, "We must survive these battles," it becomes, "We belong in these battles." His confidence is the anchor that steadies the ship when waves threaten to overwhelm. Curry also thrives on rivalry. Matchups against stars like LeBron or Durant, battles with Jokic's Nuggets or Luka's Mavericks, are not obstacles but motivators. He embraces the competition because it validates his greatness. Every duel becomes a stage to remind the league that age has not dimmed his fire. His confidence is not arrogance. It is the quiet certainty that he can still rise to meet any challenge. No matter how formidable, importantly, confidence does not blind him to reality. Curry respects the difficulty of the Western Conference and acknowledges that success requires collective effort. But his unwavering belief ensures that the Warriors enter each contest with conviction rather than hesitation. In a conference where hesitation means defeat, that conviction is priceless. As the season unfolds, the Western Conference will test Golden State at every turn. But Curry has faced battlefields before, injuries, dynasties, hostile arenas, and emerged stronger. His confidence is not a guarantee of victory, but it is a guarantee that the Warriors will never shrink from the fight. And in a landscape defined by chaos and competition, that refusal to yield may be the greatest weapon of all. For Stephen Curry, confidence is intimately tied to legacy. At 37, he has already cemented his place among the NBA's all-time greats, multiple championships, MVP awards, all-star selections, and a record-breaking career from beyond the arc. Yet, rather than resting on past accomplishments, he remains driven by the pursuit of a fifth title, a milestone that represents not only personal achievement, but the continuation of the Warriors dynasty. The pursuit of this fifth championship is a powerful motivator. Curry views each season as an opportunity to leave a lasting imprint on the league and on the players around him. Confidence, in this context, becomes both tool and fuel. It allows him to approach the grueling demands of the NBA season without fear, knowing that he has already navigated similar challenges successfully. His belief in the possibility of another title sets the tone for the team and reinforces the culture of resilience that has defined Golden State for more than a decade. Legacy, however, is not solely about trophies. Curry understands the influence he wields beyond the court. His style, character, and leadership have inspired a generation of players to value skill, intelligence, and sportsmanship over mere physical dominance. By pursuing excellence relentlessly, he models for both teammates and fans that achievement is the product of dedication, preparation, and belief in oneself. This broader impact adds depth to his confidence. It is not just about winning games, but about demonstrating the principles that define his career. The fifth title represents a culmination of strategic mastery and personal growth. Curry has learned to balance intensity with composure, to blend experience with innovation, and to maintain humility while carrying the weight of expectation. Each playoff run is a test of both skill and character, and his confidence comes from knowing he has honed both over years of success and adversity. Even as opponents analyze his every move, he trusts in his preparation, instincts, and the support of his teammates to navigate the challenges ahead. This confidence also allows Curry to lead with purpose. He does not impose his vision through fear or dominance. He inspires through consistency and example. Teammates see a player who continues to push his limits, maintain focus, and embrace challenges, even after achieving legendary status. That example cultivates belief within the team, creating a collective mindset that each member is capable of contributing to championship goals. Moreover, the pursuit of a fifth title injects urgency into the season. Curry recognizes the realities of age, the unpredictability of injuries, and the rise of talented rivals. His confidence is therefore tempered by awareness. It is a calculated assurance, born of experience, preparation, and understanding of the game. He knows that every opportunity is precious, and he channels that awareness into performance, ensuring that the team maximizes its potential at every stage. Ultimately, Curry's legacy and drive converge to create a self-reinforcing cycle. Confidence fuels effort, effort produces results, and results enhance legacy. This cycle has propelled him from overlooked prospect to transformative superstar, and it continues to energize his approach in 2025. By chasing a fifth championship, with the same joy and determination that defined his early career, Curry demonstrates that true greatness is measured not by accolades alone, but by the relentless pursuit of excellence. Through this pursuit, his confidence becomes both a beacon and a weapon, guiding the Warriors, intimidating opponents, and ensuring that the story of Stephen Curry continues to unfold in extraordinary ways. As the 2025 NBA season approaches, Stephen Curry stands at the center of a narrative that blends history, experience, and quiet assurance. While headlines across the league speculate about rising stars, trades, and new super teams, Curry embodies a different kind of preparation, the calm before the storm. His confidence is not loud or theatrical. It is measured, deliberate, and grounded in the understanding that the true battles have yet to be fought on the court. This calm is built on more than personal skill. It is the product of years of facing adversity, adapting to change, and leading the Golden State Warriors through the peaks and valleys of championship contention. Curry knows that the season will test every aspect of the team, their chemistry, resilience, and ability to execute under pressure. Yet he also knows that confidence, when rooted in preparation and experience, is a force multiplier. It allows the team to navigate challenges with composure rather than panic, transforming obstacles into opportunities. The storm, in this context, represents the relentless grind of the Western Conference. Young stars, established champions, and tactical innovations will test the Warriors at every turn, but Curry's calm radiates outward. Teammates enter games knowing that their leader has already faced storms of similar or greater intensity. This shared assurance fosters trust, allowing players to perform without fear of making mistakes, to take calculated risks, and to lean on one another when moments of doubt arise. Curry's confidence also shapes how the team approaches momentum swings. NBA games are rarely linear. Runs, comebacks, and sudden scoring bursts are inevitable. While some teams react emotionally to these fluctuations, Curry's presence keeps the team anchored. His calm demeanor communicates that setbacks are temporary, that every possession matters, and that composure is more valuable than panic. In essence, he turns volatility into a predictable rhythm, giving the Warriors a competitive edge before the ball is even tipped. Off the court, this calm extends to leadership, media interactions, and preparation. Curry does not overreact to criticism, hype, or speculation. He models consistency, demonstrating that confidence is sustained not by external validation, but by internal discipline. Teammates absorb this approach, developing resilience that allows the Warriors to maintain focus across a grueling 82-game season and the heightened intensity of the playoffs. Perhaps most importantly, Curry's calm before the storm is rooted in a broader perspective. He sees the season as part of a continuum. Past experiences inform present decisions, and present actions shape legacy. By maintaining belief in the team, in the system, and in himself, he creates an environment where pressure becomes fuel rather than burden. The storm, when it arrives, will be met not with fear, but with calculated aggression and clarity of purpose. As the opening tip nears, Curry's confidence serves as both compass and anchor. It guides the Warriors through uncertainty, steadies them in moments of chaos, and reminds them that greatness is forged not in panic, but in calm, deliberate action. The storm of the season is inevitable, but with Curry leading, the Warriors are prepared to meet it head-on. In the end, the calm before the storm is more than a metaphor. It is the embodiment of everything that defines Stephen Curry: preparation, resilience, joy, and unwavering belief. It is the signal that, despite uncertainty, the Warriors enter the season not merely to compete, but to contend, and that under Curry's steady hand, the storm will be theirs to command. While championships, records, and accolades define much of Stephen Curry's career, the most enduring element of his legacy may be the culture he has built and the inspiration he continues to provide. As the 2025 season unfolds, Curry's influence is felt in ways that go beyond statistics or highlight reels. It is evident in the identity of the Warriors, in the growth of younger players, and in the mindset of every teammate who steps onto the court with him. Legacy for Curry is not a static concept. It evolves with every game, every season, and every challenge faced. Each three-pointer he sinks, each assist he delivers, and every moment he demonstrates calm under pressure adds another layer to a story still being written. The pursuit of a fifth title is just one chapter. His impact extends far beyond trophies. Through his leadership, his work ethic, and his approach to the game, Curry shapes the future of the franchise and the NBA itself. Younger players benefit profoundly from this living legacy. They see a superstar who maintains peak performance, well into his 30s, who continues to push boundaries while staying humble, and who invests in teaching and uplifting others. Curry's confidence becomes a model for them, proof that sustained excellence is possible when talent is matched by preparation, perseverance, and belief. The culture he fosters ensures that his lessons persist even as rosters evolve and seasons change. Curry's influence also extends to the broader basketball world. Players across the league, from rookies to veterans, study his techniques, his spacing, and his off-ball movement. Coaches design strategies to counter his gravity, while young athletes dream of emulating his style. This external acknowledgement reinforces the significance of his confidence. It is not only a personal asset, but a standard that shapes the game itself. Importantly, Curry's legacy is intertwined with joy. He demonstrates that greatness does not require sacrifice of passion or love for the sport. Even in high-pressure moments, his smile, celebratory gestures, and enthusiasm for the game inspire teammates and fans alike. This joy, paired with unshakable confidence, ensures that the lessons he imparts are both effective and enduring. The 2025 season offers a unique lens on Curry's legacy in motion. As the Warriors face stiff competition, navigate injuries, and confront the relentless pace of the Western Conference, every decision he makes, every play he executes, and every interaction with teammates contributes to the narrative of a player who has transformed the league. His legacy is not frozen in past triumphs. It is alive, evolving, and influencing outcomes in real time. Ultimately, the measure of Curry's career is not limited to championships or statistical milestones. It is also seen in the culture he maintains, the resilience he instills, and the inspiration he offers to future generations. His confidence, forged through years of preparation, adversity, and achievement, continues to be the engine driving both his personal success and the enduring strength of the Golden State Warriors. In this sense, the legacy is not just something left behind, it is something being actively shaped every moment he steps on the court. With each game, Curry adds depth, context, and inspiration to the story of a player who redefined the modern NBA and who continues to lead with vision, skill, and unwavering belief. The legacy is alive, and for Stephen Curry, it is very much in motion. Stephen Curry's influence extends beyond his personal achievements and the success of the Golden State Warriors. It has fundamentally changed the way basketball is played. From the perimeter-focused offense to the emphasis on spacing and shooting, Curry has reshaped the modern NBA. His confidence is intertwined with this evolution. It allows him to innovate, take risks, and redefine what is possible on the court. The modern NBA is faster, more athletic, and more strategic than ever, yet Curry has remained at the forefront of its transformation. His deep shooting range stretches defenses in unprecedented ways, forcing opponents to adapt or risk collapse. This adaptation requires Curry to continuously refine his skills, study defensive tendencies, and anticipate shifts in strategy. His confidence in these abilities allows him to execute under pressure, knowing that he can influence not only the outcome of games, but also the direction of the league itself. Beyond technique, Curry has influenced the mentality of players across the league. Young athletes watch and learn from his preparation, his calm under pressure, and his ability to stay composed while making seemingly impossible shots. His confidence is contagious. It shows that greatness can be achieved not just through size or strength, but through skill, intelligence, and dedication. The ripple effect of this influence ensures that Curry's legacy will persist even as he continues to compete. Curry's innovation extends to leadership as well. He has demonstrated that a superstar can lead without dominating the spotlight. By empowering teammates and cultivating a culture of trust and accountability, confidence in this sense is not just a personal trait, but a leadership tool. His teammates know that he will take critical shots when necessary, but they also trust his judgment in distributing opportunities and building momentum throughout the game. As the Warriors navigate the evolving landscape of the NBA, Curry's approach provides a roadmap for adaptation. The league is constantly changing, with new stars emerging, rules evolving, and strategies shifting. Yet Curry's confidence, grounded in preparation and understanding of the game, allows him to remain a step ahead. He treats change not as a threat, but as an opportunity to grow and redefine standards. Even with all the accolades and records, Curry's evolution is ongoing. Each season brings new challenges, requiring adjustments in conditioning, skill development, and strategy. His confidence in navigating these challenges is rooted in experience, but strengthened by curiosity and a willingness to learn. This mindset ensures that, rather than plateauing, Curry continues to push boundaries, both for himself and for the sport. Ultimately, the evolution of the game and Curry's role within it are inseparable. His confidence fuels innovation. Innovation fuels success, and success reinforces the belief that new heights are achievable. As he continues to compete, his journey remains dynamic, demonstrating that greatness is not only measured by past achievements, but by the ability to adapt, inspire, and elevate the game for generations to come. Stephen Curry's journey is defined not just by what he has accomplished, but by what lies ahead. Even after more than a decade of dominance, he continues to approach the game with curiosity, drive, and an unshakable belief in his abilities. This horizon is both literal and metaphorical. Each season offers new opportunities, new challenges, and new ways to leave his mark on the NBA. For Curry, looking ahead means embracing the evolving landscape of the league. Young stars emerge each year, bringing athleticism, skill, and unpredictability. Teams experiment with strategies, pushing the limits of pace, spacing, and defensive schemes. In this context, confidence is more than self-assurance. It is adaptability. Curry knows that past success does not guarantee future victories. To remain elite, he must continuously refine his skills, study the tendencies of opponents, and leverage his experience to anticipate shifts before they happen. This forward-looking mindset also shapes the Warriors' approach. Curry's vision allows the team to balance the energy of rising talents with the wisdom of seasoned veterans. He recognizes the importance of mentoring younger players, helping them navigate the pressures of the league while maintaining their own confidence and growth. By fostering this environment, Curry ensures that the team remains competitive not just for a single season, but over multiple campaigns, sustaining a culture of excellence. Beyond team strategy, the horizon represents personal milestones and ambitions. While records and championships are markers of achievement, Curry is motivated by the process itself, the pursuit of mastery, the joy of competition, and the thrill of contributing to something larger than himself. His confidence in his preparation and abilities allows him to embrace these challenges with focus rather than fear, turning obstacles into opportunities for growth. Moreover, the horizon reflects Curry's influence beyond the hardwood. His style, sportsmanship, and leadership continue to inspire the next generation of athletes, shaping how basketball is played and appreciated worldwide. Every game, every highlight, every interaction contributes to a legacy that is dynamic and forward-looking. Confidence, in this sense, is not static. It propels him toward new achievements while reinforcing the standards he has set for others. The challenges ahead are formidable. Playoff contenders are stronger than ever, schedules are demanding, and Expectations are high. Yet Curry approaches these realities with measured assurance. He knows that success is rarely linear. It requires resilience, adaptability, and trust in both oneself and the collective effort of the team. His calm under pressure and unwavering belief provide a foundation that steadies not only himself, but also those around him. Ultimately, the horizon ahead is a testament to Curry's enduring drive. It symbolizes the intersection of legacy and possibility, reminding the world that even a career defined by achievement can continue to evolve. Through confidence, skill, and leadership, Curry navigates this horizon with purpose, demonstrating that greatness is not a destination, but an ongoing journey, one that continues to shape the game, inspire fans, and redefine what it means to be a modern basketball icon. Every athlete hopes to leave a mark that endures beyond the final whistle. For Stephen Curry, this mark is already visible in multiple dimensions. The Warriors' sustained success, the transformation of basketball strategy, and the inspiration he has provided to fans and players worldwide. Yet, the final chapter of his story is defined not merely by statistics or championships, but by the legacy that will continue long after his career ends. Curry's influence is pervasive. He redefined the value of the three-point shot, demonstrating that precision, intelligence, and timing can outweigh sheer size or athleticism. Teams across the league have adapted, young players model their game after him, and coaches study his movements and decision-making. In this sense, Curry has altered the fabric of professional basketball itself. His confidence, the calm, yet relentless belief in his skill and preparation was the catalyst that allowed these innovations to flourish. On the court, his legacy is intertwined with leadership. Curry leads not through intimidation, but through example, hard work, resilience, and a commitment to excellence in every practice and game. His calm under pressure, ability to inspire teammates, and focus on fundamentals have cultivated a culture of trust and accountability within the Warriors. This culture ensures that success is sustainable, with each generation of players inheriting both opportunity and responsibility. Beyond the statistics, the final chapter emphasizes the human side of Curry's impact. His sportsmanship, humility, and dedication to community engagement demonstrate that greatness encompasses character as much as performance. Fans connect with his story. Young athletes aspire to emulate his journey, and teammates learn that leadership can be compassionate as well as commanding. These dimensions of influence ensure that his imprint extends far beyond the arena. The finality of a career also brings reflection. Curry has faced doubt, injury, and immense pressure, yet his confidence and resilience allowed him to overcome obstacles and continually evolve. By remaining open to learning, embracing challenges, and nurturing talent around him, he has demonstrated that legacy is not a static monument, but a living force, one that adapts, grows, and inspires. Ultimately, the lasting imprint of Stephen Curry is not measured only in championships or records, but in the countless players, coaches, and fans who have been shaped by his example. His career illustrates that greatness is a combination of talent, preparation, and belief, and that the most enduring achievements are those that elevate others. As the curtain draws on this chapter, Curry's story stands as a blueprint for future generations. It is a testament to confidence, innovation, and resilience, a reminder that impact is as much about how you play the game as it is about what you win. Stephen Curry's journey may reach its final season, but the influence he has had on the game of basketball, on teammates, and on fans around the world will resonate for decades. His legacy is complete, yet timeless, a true icon of the sport and an enduring inspiration.